Hello and welcome, dear viewers, to our show New Kuwait, in which we will review with you the National Development Plan in the state of Kuwait and its 7 pillars in a series of episodes.
It's very important for us when we are talking about the Sustainable Development Goals, and it's very important that we say that these Sustainable Development Goals, when it was actually agreed by the United Nations General Assembly, this was not agreed by us as United Nations, but by the members and representative of the member states in the United Nations. Why is that? Because we wanted to transition and to move from the Millennium Development Goals, which was targeted only for the developing countries, to a much more broader and universal goals. And these universal goals, it encompass every country. So it is not for poor countries or least developed countries or the developing countries. It is for everybody. And in that for everybody, there is everyone in the societies that are responsible for their development and for their communities have a stake in the Sustainable Development Goals. So it is not the responsibility of the governments only, but it is the responsibility of the governments, the young people, women, children, and also the private sector, the NGOs, and all the society at large. And when we are talking about the Sustainable Development Goals and starting with Goal 1, which is no poverty, as you have mentioned, and when we talk about no poverty, many can see that no poverty, that people does not have anything on the table to eat, but this is wrong. No poverty is actually having the minimum standards of nutrition that can allow a person to be healthy, to be able to exercise their rights for basic subsistence. And when we talk about that and no poverty, there is many issues around this goal, because what we are talking about is that people, when they are in poverty, they are not able to exercise their rights in life. And when they are not able to exercise their rights in life, they believe or they feel that they are not taking the right opportunities, that they should be as equal opportunity for everyone. Hence, this is one of the most important goals for the United Nations at large around the world. We want to actually to have poverty reversed. There's that no poverty around the world. And from that also, Kuwait has been actually contributing and collaborating with the UN before over periods of time to ensure that we are actually alleviating poverty in many parts of the world. We had very good collaborations with the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development, and we have worked in many countries from Asia, Africa, Latin America, for Asia, Africa, and Arab states with the Kuwait Fund, and with the collaboration of many of the Kuwaiti institutions in that. I think also when we talk about no poverty, we are also addressing and working together with the government of Kuwait to alleviate and bring people out of poverty for the low-income workers that are working here in Kuwait. And by that we are trying as much as possible to ensure that their rights are protected, that they are getting the income and the opportunity that they deserve when they came to Kuwait for aspiration of getting out them and their children in their countries from that. And there is many success stories of people who came here, started very small, and then they grew up, and then they created wealth and economic opportunities, not only for them and their families, but also for their communities at large. So these are parts of the good way of thinking as different people about the goal of no poverty. I can talk to you about indicators and indices, but I'm talking with actually the audience who may not be actually statisticians or professionals in SDGs, but the aim of our advocacy for SDGs is actually to have everyone being aware and everyone being a partner and an advocate and a player in ensuring that these goals are actually implemented in the proper manner. collaboratively with all. Let's work together with all Kuwaitis and all Kuwaiti institutions to have no poverty around the world.
We are still talking about training development and we are focusing on the training. Now we will see how the training environment works. How does it work? Now, in my book, which is the Maestro Trainer TOT, and this is the book that I use usually in my training course, which is training of trainers. And of course, it's not used only by me, it's any trainer who has got a training in English. TOT, training of trainers, he can rely on this book, and it shows the training. It talks about training. It's actually important for those who like to for those trainers who like to deliver their TOT sessions in a very professional way, and it includes a lot of steps, information, knowledge, skills, techniques, phases. It reflects the training really. It reflects what is going on in the training room. As far as we are talking about the training environment, we will talk about the training methods or training strategies. Let's call them training styles. Now, in this book, page 75, I have mentioned 18 training styles. And once we say training styles, it is the way how we handle an outline, how we handle a topic, any topic of the training topics, through what activity, through what style. So if you want to convey your outline, I mean your topic, very well, you need to rely, training-wise, you need to rely on the training methodologies or methods, training strategies, and we will call them now training styles. First style is the lecturing. It is conveying the message through talking, through paragraphs, through well-built points with this kind of knowledge that you are going to convey, to deliver, I mean. So it is the talking, is how you deliver the message through talking. We say it is the style of lecturing. So lecture is one of the training styles. Second style is brainstorming. And brainstorming here, I mean the way we want to highlight some points in the training in order to create something, in order to solve a problem. And brainstorming usually is not used only in training, it's used in corporate meetings, it's used in our life usually, it's used in teaching, and of course it is used in training. Brainstorming means I need to solve a problem, I need to create an invention, to create something from scratch, let's say. We can just open a brainstorming session. We start to have a lot of ideas from the audience, from the participants. So we can just list them, then we shortlist them, then we try to filter them, then we have to reach to the final decision that we want to make after just we discuss these choices or options taken from the audience. Third style is the role playing. And role playing is very famous in training. It's very common. Trainers, they like this. It uses the time effectively. We usually use the audience, as we said before, that the audience, I mean the trainee, is the core of the training process. So here we rely on the role playing. And role playing means we have to use the audience to come to the stage, and they have to role play depending on the topic of the training. For example, if we want to have a training in customer service, let's say, we can just have a person, a participant who can role play the client, another participant who will role play for the service provider, agent, and they will handle sub case, whatever, and then we will just shed light on what they have done on the stage.
Today, dear viewers, we talked about future aspirations of the Kuwait National Development Plan and what are the desired projects in the future.